Today, Catherine and I are going to show you a quick little foam rolling routine that you can go through that's going to help you out with your anterior pelvic tilt. What's going on, everybody? How you doing? It's Blake Bowman here with Gorillas and Fitness, and in today's video, Catherine and I are going to show you a foam rolling routine that you can go through, before your workout, during your workout, or after your workout. That's going to help you to basically fix your anterior pelvic tilt. Remember, foam rolling is best done before stretching. Okay, so if you're doing stretches like the classic hip flexor, hip opener stretch for an anterior pelvic tilt, make sure that you do this foam rolling sequence beforehand because it will actually give the stretches more benefit. All right, let's get started. So the first muscle that you're going to roll is the TFL. Okay, so this muscle is called the Tensor fasciae latae. It's like at a 45-degree angle off to your hip. It's about this big. Catherine's going to demonstrate how to roll this. You're just going to put your hips, one hip at a time, down on the roller. Okay. You don't want your hip to be completely like sideways all the way up like this, okay? You don't want it to be completely flat either. You want your hip angled at about 45 degrees here. That'll put pressure right onto that TFL muscle. And it's a tiny little muscle, it's right here. You don't have to roll up and down these broad sweeping rolls. Keep it kind of small and short, maybe about like 4 inches or so in length. And then you basically go to the other side. So go ahead and do the other side, Catherine. Same thing here, okay? TFL, this is one of those hip flexor muscles that becomes really, really tight and pulls that pelvis forwards, okay? So this is one way, really quickly, foam roll both TFLs. That'll really help you out. Now the second muscle that we're going to foam roll is the rectus femoris, okay? So, when people say hip flexors, right? Or sometimes they'll say hip flexor like it's singular. Hip flexors is more accurate because there are groups of muscles hip flexors are a group of muscles, right? The TFL is one, and the other one is the rectus femoris, okay? There's another one inside your abdomen called the iliopsoas. We can't roll that, but this one is called the rectus femoris, okay? And that's the next one we're going to roll. It's right down the front of the thigh, okay? So it basically runs right down the center of the thigh from the hip right down to the top of the knee. And when you're rolling this one out, you actually do want to keep your pelvis flat. You want to keep everything flat, just like Catherine is. You want to start all the way up at the hip and come all the way down to just above the top of the knee and then back like this, okay? So you're rolling the rectus femoris here. If you want to get a little bit more release, what you can do while you're rolling up and down is you can just bend and straighten out the knee a couple times, okay? That will basically give you a little bit of active release of the rectus femoris. Okay, this whole routine, by the way, should only take you like, a minute and a half, 2 minutes to go through. Hit that TFL, hit one rectus femoris, hit the other rectus femoris, and then we move into the last one, okay, which are the lats. Okay, so the lats are commonly overlooked when it comes to an anterior pelvic tilt. People always focus on this area that we just did, but the lats attach back here and also down here at your pelvis. And when they shorten up, okay, they pull the back of your pelvis up into lordosis, okay? So the lats are another group of muscles that you really, really want to foam roll in an effort to correct the anterior pelvic tilt. And the best way to do it is you lay on your side with your foam roller on the ground, you outstretch your arm just like Catherine is, and you basically just kind of start rolling back and forth here underneath the armpit, okay? And there are fibers like on the side, lateral fibers of the lat, and then there are fibers like on the back. So what I like to do as I'm rolling on the side back and forth is I'll gradually start to twist my body upwards like this, okay? Right to about there as you're rolling the lat, okay? So Catherine, go ahead and do that on the other side so they can see you a little bit easier. Okay, so again, starts up in the armpit area and then gradually turns the chest upwards so that the foam roller comes more on the back of her body to get those muscle fibers of the lats that are on the back. One thing I will say about this is you want to be very, very careful not to go too low with it, okay? There are floating ribs right here, okay? I don't know how well you can see that. This is a waistband right here. Your bottommost ribs are not attached to your sternum. They're called floating ribs. And because of that, they're not very, they're very mobile, okay? They can get injured very easily. and dislocated, cracked very easily. And I've seen people hurt themselves big time by rolling onto those muscles. Okay, Catherine, you're good. So when you're foam rolling, never go down this low when you're getting the lats, right? I'm on my floating ribs right now, okay? If you roll onto this, you will hurt yourself, okay? So always, if you're nervous about doing that, always kind of stay higher than you think is necessary, just to avoid going down to those lower ribs, because if you go down on them, you put all your body weight on there, you can really hurt the ribs. I've seen it happen, here in my studio. Unfortunately, I've seen it happen at other gyms I used to work at. It's very common. Make sure you don't make that mistake when you're foam rolling your lats. There you have it. Use this foam rolling routine to help get rid of some of those tight muscles that you're going to have if you have an anterior pelvic tilt. If you like this video, then don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel over here. Also, if you want to learn more about anterior pelvic tilts and how to fix them, then make sure to download my anterior pelvic tilt workout. It's free. All that you need to do to get it is click this link right here. Or if you're watching on mobile, that's not going to work. What I want you to do is open up the description down below and click the first link available there. Both that link and this link will take you to the same page on my website. I'll ask you to put in your email. As soon as you do, I'll send you the workout within 5 minutes. And basically, this is a workout designed to help you fix your anterior pelvic tilt. It'll strengthen your legs and your core, but more specifically, it's going to strengthen those muscles that need to be strengthened if you're somebody that has an anterior pelvic tilt. Okay, so it's really popular. I've had a lot of good feedback on it. Make sure you grab a copy of that workout for yourself. And to conclude this video, if there's anything that you want to see me make videos on that you haven't seen me make videos on so far, if there are any topics I haven't covered that you want to see me cover, let me know in the description down below. Make sure to like this video, and I'll see you next time.